Gen Z doesn't want to work, and the word job has become a slur. Any guy under the age of 25, they'll open TikTok, you'll immediately be attacked with 17 different influencers telling you their newest get-rich-quick scheme. Why should I go to college and waste 4 years of my life getting a degree, going into student loan debt, when there's literally the newest get-rich-quick scheme? The economy's getting worse. The American dream of buying a house for your future family, if you can even afford to have one, it's becoming more unrealistic year by year. The amount of jobs that'll afford you that luxury are becoming more and more uncommon. So of course, my generation, Gen Z, who uses the internet the most, is going to have the biggest disdain towards the traditional American dream of working 9 to 5, 5 days a week for 40 years just to maybe afford a house, just to maybe pay off a third of your mortgage.
I like that the Christmas decorations are still up, even though it's January 6th.
I've worked a lot of jobs. I've worked fast food, I've worked in restaurants, I've worked in warehouse. At pretty much every job I've worked at, you have to leave your personality at the door. I'm walking in every shift, pretending to care and be interested in all my coworkers for 8 hours a day.
I ain't never been no Wonderland.
For 8 to 10 hours a day, 5 days a week, I was showing up and engaging in boring conversations with boring people I don't care about. And the few times I actually made friends or found anybody interesting, they would just quit or get fired. You're never gonna be the guy in charge. There's always gonna be a manager, a supervisor, a boss, a CEO. All the power is stripped from your hands. I had to sit back and watch as the few people I actually cared about just came and went over and over. 90% of the people were uninteresting as hell, and then the one interesting person to show their face, I had to sit back and watch them get complained at for stuff that wasn't their fault, get mistreated, have all their hard work go unrecognized, and ultimately they either quit or just get fired.
No ability to choose.
Gen Z is watching their ability to choose slip through their fingers. You see all these old white guys in suits make decision after decision that detriments our economy and our country, while all you can do is watch the news or scroll through Twitter and watch.
And I want
This young kid that we worked with passed away while he was working at this company I worked at. And I remember nobody talking about it because it didn't serve to profit the company as much. And they knew that talking about it was a sort of voodoo topic because you would get silenced immediately. The one time sitting out at the bar at this restaurant job I'm talking about, everybody was silent. It was on everybody's mind. We all knew it. And the head chef suddenly breaks the silence. He says,
"This is dead. They're dead, and that's that. His parents are adults and they'll figure it out, but he's dead and there's nothing we can do about it."
yes, very true, but also kinda harsh. Like, it just happened, dude. It didn't serve to profit him, it didn't serve to profit his restaurant. I didn't really know him that well, I had no place in grieving him, I wasn't his family and I was barely his friend. But I remember one time we were doing a catering event, one that I helped set up and I didn't even get to go work at. I had to stay back in the kitchen with a few other cooks and just prep all day. I didn't even really need to be there was nothing to do. I just had to be there so that the boss could feel like he was in charge of me. And I remember we were just sitting on the porch talking, me and this other cook, because there was nothing to do. And we were talking about this kid that had passed away. And I remember as he's flicking the ash off his cigarette, he asks me, "You want to know what I think?" And I ask, "What?" And he looks at me and goes,
"People die.
And there's nothing we can do about it."
Took my own piece right out of the pie, but I ain't break the crust. I ain't break the crust.
Is a very uncomfortable thing, not having the ability to change a circumstance in your own life. Gen Z recognizes the circumstances they're in, and they're choosing to either drop out of the race or choose a different lane completely, such as social media, influencers, starting a business, not going to college. Often the nature of working a traditional capitalistic job in America is a lot more than just 8 hours a day. 5 days a week. It's giving up who you are or who you meant to be for a paycheck. Maybe I'm just a bitch and I should go be a fucking welder and work 60 hours in the mine. I don't know.